Hello guys, and welcome back to Watch Reviews by Hurley. Thanks for joining me today as I give you a double watch review of these two Audaz diver watches. One will be the ADZ 2090-02, which is an automatic 42 millimeter 200 meter rated diver called the Pacific Blue. That's that one there. And I'm also going to be reviewing the ADZ 4010-01 Trihawk 43 millimeter, which also has a 200 meter rating water resistance. I've got some great film coming up. I just got back from Fiji, and I've got some sea trials on the Audaz GMT white dial with the white bezel, the Audaz Abyss 1000 meter diver with the black bezel, the Barracuda blue dial, and I will be reviewing this Audaz GMT. It's kind of like a root beer, dark brown dial with a black bezel. And that's obviously a more fashion watch, but you could throw a rubber strap on that and go diving with it. But great dive film coming up probably within a couple of weeks. It's obvious that, doing a lot of reviews on the Audaz brand for a couple of reasons. One is that they're very affordable, robustly built divers with very good quality, great features and functions. Some of them have incredible lume, yet some could use improvement as well, and we'll talk about that later down in the review. So the specs on these two divers are pretty similar in terms of the weight at 200 grams each. Slight difference in the automatic movements. The Pacific Blue has the NH35 movement, which has a date-only complication, and the Trihawk has an NH36, which, as you can see, has both day and date function, automatic movement as well. So this one's a little bit nicer with the day-date complication, which I like on any watch particularly, but and both incorporate the H design bracelet, stainless steel bracelet. The Pacific Blue has a cushion case, which has an ever so slightly concave design, creating some depth at the center of the dial as the hour hand sits just below the hour marker. You can see there, maybe a little hard to tell on the film, but it is just below those hour markers. So first, let's talk about the Pacific Blue Tritium T25 dive watch. As I've mentioned in some of my previous Audaz dive watch reviews, developing and designing dive watches is the Audaz company's forte. All of their watches incorporate a minimum of 200 meter water resistance, with their deepest diver rated at an astounding 1,000 meters, which is this Abyss diver here. So that thing is built like a tank. With these two watches I'm reviewing today, this will represent the introduction of tritium watches to the Audaz lineup. In essence, they have stepped up their game a bit and moved into the next level in dive watch category. With that said, the T25 tritium is a bit less luminous than the T100 tritium, of course. My understanding is that in order for a watch company to incorporate the T100 lume, requires additional certification. That's coming from my contact over at Audaz. That's one of the reasons they didn't put the T100 in there. My hope is that they do continue to step up their game and get that certification, because that will really help out their divers for even better lume, if in fact that's the path they are taking. Audaz does continue to innovate through their new product design and features, so I expect some interesting things to continue coming out of the Audaz brand. The Pacific Blue 42 millimeter case is made from a solid block of 316 stainless steel for maximum durability with a 200 meter water resistance. The surface of the case is a combination of brushed finish and polished finish on the side. The surface of the H-link bracelet is a mix of satin brush finish on the outside with shiny polish finish running up the middle. which provides some enhancement to the aesthetics of this model. Both models incorporate that H-link type design. I do like the robust faceted case designs on both of these watches. The Trihawk has more sharp edges, as you can see, the facets, versus a softer look on that Pacific Blue. It does, I think, in my eyes, provide a bit of a cool retro appearance. Again, on the top of the case, you have a brush finish polished on the side. And the cushion case provides some interesting depth to the look of that blue dial. The rectangular polished hour markers are finished quite well. And the tritium tubes sit perfectly in the middle of those hour markers. So that's executed very well. And it does kind of make those the shinier hour markers, polished hour markers, do make it provide a little bit of a dressier appearance, which I like if you want to wear this out for a nice night out in the town or something. Okay, let's jump into the specs on this Pacific Blue T25. Again, this is the ADZ 2090-02. Case material is a 316 stainless steel. Case diameter 42 millimeters, excluding the crown. Case length lug to lug is 46 millimeters. Case height is a robust 16 millimeters, so this is a big boy. Including the crystal and Caseback. But wears quite comfortably for a robust watch, I must say. So, not bad. Bracelet is a 316L stainless steel material with solid end links, which is always nice to have. That speaks of quality. Double fold over clasp. Audaz logo on the bottom of that bracelet. Push pins to change out your links for fitment. You can always tell it's push pins if they have the arrows on the inside of that bracelet. Micro adjustments, you get 4 on this one, whereas on the Trihawk you get 6. Not sure why they made a difference there, but it's always nice to have more micro adjustments than less for better fitment. Dial is a matte, I'd say medium to dark blue dial in color with matching blue polished bezel. Audaz logo just below the 12 o'clock position in a polished stainless steel. The Pacific Blue logo in yellow just above the 6 o'clock position, and written below that is the word automatic T25. T25 is the type of lume they use. Crystal is a flat sapphire lens. This is a diver's bezel, unidirection, polished ceramic insert, which has lume minute markers, good sounding movement on that, and it does line up perfectly. No back movement, which is always nice, so that speaks of quality. Crown is a screw down crown, nice grip, has this black accented ring with grooves that allow you to grip it a little bit better. Nice movement on this automatic NH35. Water resistance, again, 200 meters or 20 atmospheres. Movement NH35, automatic movement with date function. Accuracy of minus 20 to 40 seconds per day. Based on a 2-week accuracy test I did, I found the accuracy to be much better than that. So again, they're probably calibrating those movements before shipping, which is nice that they do that extra step. You have up to 41 hours of power reserve if the watch sits idle. As you know, automatic watches, if you're not wearing them, the automatic rotor in there is not going to activate the winding mechanism. So you do need to wind that guy if you're letting it set for a couple of days. If you wear it all the time, no need to wind it. The movement does have hacking capability, so the second hand will stop when you go to change the time or the date complication. Really good movement on the date wheel, by the way, as well as the hour and minute hands. These Seiko NH35s are they're workhorses. They always really reliable and accurate. And at this price point of around 550 bucks, it's kind of what you expect. You get 24 jewels on this model. Caseback is a stainless steel screw down style. You have a cool looking submarine right there. And just below that, if I can get this to focus, there's a fish that I believe is a coelacanth, which makes sense as these fish live in depths of 660 feet, which is why they put it next to a submarine. It has these lobe fins that extend away from its body like legs that move in an alternating pattern like a trotting horse. These fish were thought to be extinct until one was caught in a net in 1938. Then one was actually filmed in 1987 with a submersible off the coast of Grande Comore, which is an island off the coast of Africa. The gentleman who filmed it is an ethologist by the name of Hans Frick. Apparently these coelacanth fish can go as deep as 984 feet or 300 meters. They hide out in caves and come out at night to feed. So pretty cool fish for sure. Now, I'm not 100% sure that's what this fish is, but that's what it looks like to me. And again, makes sense swimming next to a submarine there. Maybe one of you guys can comment about it if you think it's something else, or if you're in agreement that that is in fact a coelacanth. Hope I pronounced that right. So in total, you have 3 hands. You have the minute and hour hands in a white sword design with the T25 tritium tubes adorned perfectly in the middle of each hand. Sweep second is a nice yellow color, matches that Pacific Blue logo there. No lume on the sweep second, unfortunately. You have automatic and hand winding with date function on this, as I mentioned. Date window does have a white frame, which allows you to zero in on that date window that has a white background and black font. So that's easily readable and nice and crisp. No cyclops needed. I think that date window just reads really easily. Now let's talk about the lume. The T25 tritium lume obviously doesn't perform like the T100 tritium as far as a diver goes, and for night luminosity. I would much prefer the T100 on a diver watch or a straight BGW9 Super LumiNova with plenty of coats of lume. However, at this price point of 550 bucks, you're getting one heck of a watch. So there's some give and take there as a consumer. Overall, an aesthetically beautiful watch with a retro vibe. Definitely a robust watch with some weight, 200 grams. But nice design on this for sure. Okay, up next is the Audaz Trihawk. That's the model ADZ 4010-01. Some specs on this. You've got a case material, 316L stainless steel. Case diameter, 43 millimeters, so a little bigger than the Pacific Blue. Case height, pretty good size, 14 millimeter, including the crystal and case back. Lug width is 22 millimeter. Bracelet, again, 316L. Solid end links, which is always nice. Double fold over clasp. You get 6 micro adjustments on this, which is nice. And properly stamped stainless steel on the clasp. This one uses a pin and collar system. unlike the other one, which was push pins. The pin and collar, as we know, are a little bit tougher to work with. Those little pins are easy to lose. And it's a little more difficult to change out the links for fitment. But anyway, nice that they give you some extra micro adjustments there. Total of 6 versus 4 on the Pacific Blue. Finish on this bracelet is also the H style with the mix of refined satin finish, brush finish on the outside, shiny polish finish on the middle section for a nice classy look. Of course, both these watches you could strap on rubber straps, take them in the water, scuba diving, snorkeling, swimming, whatever you might want to do. Obviously, you could wear the stainless steel in the water, but for diving, I prefer the rubber straps. We don't want to attract barracudas with anything shiny. So, which they can take off a finger pretty easily when they come at you at 30 miles an hour. Again, solid end links on the Trihawk, just as the Pacific Blue. Nice fold over clasp. You get the Audaz logo at the top, just below the 12 o'clock, with Trihawk automatic T25 just above the 6 o'clock. You do have numbers 6 and 9 in there that are loomed, as well as the round hour markers. That does utilize a LumiNova C3. The bezel, unidirectional stainless steel bezel with raised minute markers at the 15, 20, 30, and 45. Nice sounding bezel there. Nice, not too hard to move, not too easy, so nice feel. Does line up perfectly. All the positions look really good. Crown is a screw down crown, just as on the Pacific Blue. Black accent there with some grooves in it to allow you to grip it with the Audaz logo on top of the crown. On the Trihawk, you have an exhibition screw down caseback where you can watch the movement. If I can get it to focus. There we go. And the Audaz logo on that rotor. That's which gives you the winds up your watch, so when you're wearing it, you don't have to wind it. The bottom, you got the Trihawk model. Sapphire crystal, automatic, water resistance 200 meters, all stainless steel. So that movement again is NH36, providing the extra day function in addition to the date. 24 joules on this model, same as the Pacific model, Pacific Blue model. You have 3 hands, minute, hour hand, and the sweep second. The hour and minute hands are black with the Tritium T25 tubes placed perfectly on there. So, you know, good quality. I always find Audaz watches to have really good quality. Quality control, finish, grade A finish. Really good customer service too, by the way. You know, the price point, if you can get their promotions that they have quite often at 30% off. It's, you know, a price that's hard to beat with the quality and what you're getting in a watch. Up to 41, 42 hours power reserve if the watch sits idle. A bit different design in this chapter ring. You have the typical minute marks, but then you have circumnavigating the chapter ring. You have the T25 Tritium Lume tubes placed at every 5-minute interval. Unfortunately, the Lume is just not very pronounced. Again, to the weaker T25 tubes versus a T100 Lume. I hope at some point Audaz will upgrade these tubes for an enhanced function and legibility. I can appreciate the design concept, how they place the tubes, but better Lume needed here. Again, I realize all this does come down to cost as well. I truly hope they get the T100 certification needed to incorporate in the watches. They are going to be utilizing the tritium. As you can see, the date window placed at the typical 3 o'clock position with the white background and black font make it easy to read. Watch weight, 200 grams, 7 ounces. Price point, affordable, $570 on this particular model. Again, look for those promotions that they have time to time. You can get up to 30%, which makes it a heck of a deal. All right, let's do a quick time lapse on these two models side by side. Okay, to wrap up these reviews, with all the specs in mind, you're getting a couple of robust dive watches with very good quality, nice bezel actions on both designs, nice coin edge design, it's easy to grip, good, the bezel action is good firm but smooth action, nice sounding clicks on both of those. That's something I always look for in a diver. Everybody likes a nice sounding bezel. Grade A finish, sapphire crystal, AR coating, excellent size crown for gripping, very legible hour markers on the Pacific Blue. As far as the Trihawk goes, it's a personal opinion, it's subjective. I prefer the ceramic bezels, but for a dressier diver, quite nice. Both have nicely framed date window, date windows, easy to read. H-style bracelets, very nicely finished. They articulate real well. And very little side-to-side movement, which speaks quality. You get a bracelet that's the movement back and forth is really exaggerated, then that means there's less tolerances, and it's just not, quality isn't as good. Top it off, you get the highly reliable workhorse NH35 on the Pacific Blue, NH36 on the Trihawk. Audaz is always, like I mentioned, really good customer service over there. If you send them an email, they respond usually within 2 days max. They ship really fast. I usually get my watch within 3 days, and they're coming out of Hong Kong. So proper tracking. You also get a nice zipper case with these watches. They come with the warranty cards. And international warranty card, 2-year warranty. Overall, I found these particular two Audaz models to be of high quality with the inclusion of premium grade parts like the 316L stainless steel, sapphire crystals, ceramic and stainless steel bezels, solid in links, powering them up with the reliable Seiko movements. Of course, of importance is the accessibility and affordability of these Audaz models at around $550 and $570. If you capture the occasional discounts they offer from time to time, these well-built watches are pretty affordable. Audaz is always innovating and coming out with new designs. So this company is definitely on the move, and I foresee them being around a long time. With that said, I do hope they improve the Lume on perhaps some redesigns of these particular models, as I think these are timeless designs that can be even better with enhanced Lume. If you want to see the lineup of Audaz divers, visit them at audazwatches.com. That's AUDAZWATCHES.com, as they do have promotions as much as 30%. So do check back with my channel as it continues to grow. I have a lot of great dive film and watch reviews coming up with the Audaz Sea Ranger, GMT, the Blue Dial Barracuda, the Audaz Abyss, and I will be doing a review on the Audaz GMT. I call it the root beer, but very nice looking watch. In the film that I have coming up, I got some incredible bull shark activity, 1,000-pound grouper, a very large trevally, also known as a jackfish, at around 30 pounds, some moray eels, too many tropical fish to mention or really describe, and beautiful coral. I literally have dozens of watches for my collection I haven't even reviewed yet, as these reviews take time to create and blend film, but do expect to see a lot more from me as time goes on. Again, thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. Until next time, we'll see you later. Have a good day.